guys, welcome back to another War of Rights video. Today we're going to be participating in a line battle event. And it looks like chaos is already amongst the ranks. Looks like one of the other lines has been fallen back. We have a massive Confederate line in the distance. And we're going to get pinched on two sides. So we're going to be forming up to engage. A lot of death. But we're going to be holding strong here. Setting up a secondary line. And trying to beat back those Confederates. So they did push us back on the right flank, but hopefully we can hold here in these bushes. We have a really nice line set up as well as some flag bearers in the back to keep the morale high. But the Confederates are right over there on that hill, and they're about to get another volley off before we can get ours, and we are down. Alright, so after that very unfortunate death, it looks like there has been a melee engagement. We're catching the tail end of that, but look at the carnage on the battlefield. Ton of bodies. So it seemed like the Confederate forces actually snuck around and hit the Union troops from behind. And they actually managed to take the objective. So definitely costing a lot of casualties. But by the looks of the bodies on the ground, it does seem that the Union troops have actually taken more losses. Taking a look at the tickets, that can be very misleading. Both sides are engaged, but I believe the Confederates did go into engaged after the Union troops did. So they are slightly ahead on tickets right now. Now, as for these Confederates, they're really going to have to reform and think of a new strategy because pretty much their entire force got wiped out. Now, this is a maxed out server, so what you are seeing is the max number of players at the moment that are allowed on the server. So we're sitting at 150 men. That is 75 versus 75. So it looks like two lines are going to be heading out. We have a Union line heading down the right flank, and it seems to be a skirmish line heading down on the left flank. These guys definitely want payback for what has happened to them. Looks like the Confederate forces have pushed off the hill and towards Union positions. As you can tell, we have the flag bearer waving very proudly after that victorious charge by the Confederates. But they're going to be hiding behind this hill, and this is going to be a huge factor, or benefiting factor for these guys, because the Union troops, I don't think, see them. Now, these guys are going to be lining up behind the artillery, and they're actually going to be engaging, I believe, at both targets. So we have a line dead ahead of them, as well as on their left flank. And these guys are waiting patiently. Not too many guys are shooting. Looks like they have been ordered to push up a little bit to a new line. And now they're going to be unleashing hell on these Union troops. So let's check out this volley coming in from the Confederates. That flank getting destroyed. Losing about 4 to 5 guys there. So Union troops are really going to have to think of something to combat, this flanking maneuver by the Confederates. Looks like a massive Union charge is about to push in on Confederate positions. So here they go. Then be cresting this hill, taking a lot of losses along the way. And a ton of bodies are falling for this Union line. But they do make it into melee combat with very little men. But they're going to try their best to beat back these guys and reclaim that hill that the Confederates have taken. So it seems to be a pretty close engagement. Union troops now taking losses, but more reinforcements are coming in. Not to mention the Union skirmish force is going to be shooting these guys in the back. Not only the enemies, but they're also their friends. So here we go, a couple more guys remain. And look at that, a lot of missed stabs, but Confederate forces managing to win that melee engagement. And they're going to be ordered to fall back. Looks like their NCO is going to be commanding them now after that entire line pretty much got wiped out. Now, I'm not too sure why these skirmishers didn't push in to finish the job. They definitely would have gotten a lot more kills, and instead they stood back and shot their own guys as they were in melee combat. As you can tell, Confederate forces are mainly staging around this fence line. Whoa! Some people got shot as they hopped over the fence, and they went flying a good 10 yards. So Confederate forces taking up a defensive position along this fence line. Union troops are going to be in the open field. Probably not the smartest idea. These guys really need to get out of the open and head into some cover. But they're going to be using a little bit of a different tactic. They're actually going to be spread out a little bit more in multiple different lines. So it's going to make it harder for Confederate forces to kind of hone in on one location. And this is going to allow for some great flanking maneuvers by the Union troops, excuse me. A good volley there by the Union line. Now, they are, like I said, taking some pretty heavy fire. And those Confederate forces are in some pretty good positions. Now, they are going to be focusing on this left flank now. We do have about maybe 8 guys of Union troops still over here. And now they're going to be flanking the flankers. And these guys are in a great position. If I were the Confederate soldiers right now, I would charge them out and break these guys down. But in the meantime, these Union troops are definitely going to be kicking these Confederates' ass for sure. More Confederate forces now occupying this hill. And this is a great position, but they're going to give up that first volley. So Union troops going to be able to get that first shot off. And a lot of death for these Confederate troops. They're going to start getting some return volleys in, but they are drastically outnumbered, needing reinforcements, losing pretty much all of their command. We do have one NCO here, and it seems like he's giving the order to fall back. So Confederate forces now breaking their reloads, at least the smart ones breaking their reloads and falling back. This is going to be a firing squad for this Union line. These guys are not making a smart choice at all to stay here. They might have big balls holding here, but they do not have the brain capacity to know to fall back. Instead, we have about 3 guys here just chilling. Oh, make that one guy. He's going to be one with the grass. We'll see how his fate ends up. Taking a closer look at what he is doing, trying to get his reloading crouched. Probably going to die, but knowing the Confederates' luck, he might just survive. So we will see. Is he going to be smart and fall back, or is he going to be with the grass and stay here? And it looks like he is. Oh no, not a good idea. That guy is about to die. Anyways, backing out once again. It looks like the Union troops did go in for a melee charge. And they're continuing that melee charge and actually forcing these Union troops in a very big retreat, trying to run away as quickly as possible to their front lines. And they're going to be chased down. Confederate forces, though, smart enough to fall back and not commit to that charge in the open. So these guys might look like a threat, especially this guy with his bayonet charged. I wonder if he's going to get killed. You never want to charge bayonets at friendlies. Never a smart idea, because it does look like you are a threat. You might just survive, though, with this bush being in the way, and it looks like he will. So back over here on this left flank, Union troops are still holding pretty well, and we're actually going to go into first person to take a look at the action on the ground. So making our way back to the front line, we're actually going to be split up into 2 lines once again. One focusing on the left flank, the other focusing on the right. But taking a look at the tickets now, we are breaking, and this is not a good position to be in right now. Union troops really going to have to be conservative in order to preserve these tickets. And by the looks of it, we are definitely not conserving tickets. Still in the open, really need to fall back to a fence line. Oh god. This is gonna hurt just a little bit. Just a little bit. Woo-wee! Thank god they're aiming at the other line and not us. Oh man. I guess it's every man for himself here. It's probably the wrong mindset to have, but very smart move by those Confederate forces. Getting their shot off and then falling back behind the hill. We really don't have anything to fall back to other than the fence line, which is probably the smartest idea. Should we hold fire and wait for them to crest the hill? Alright. We are breaking, though. I don't know how much longer we can hold this.
The problem is those cresting the hill.
Yep. We can definitely get that first volley off, but I recommend falling back. We're taking some heavy losses. Oh, this is not good. Firing at will, that line is going to crest over and just blast us. I'm waiting for it. They definitely have their reloads by now. They're charged. Never mind, I'm going crazy. Yeah. They're going to be cresting that hill any second. A beautiful Union line here. I'm just waiting patiently for that line to form up on our left flank so we can get some shots in. Really not a good place to be. Okay, they're on our left flank. Left flank. They're charging on our left flank. Or not. They're forming up on our left flank. How am I not dead? To your left oblique. To your left oblique. Engage to your left oblique. Hold steady, boys. We're breaking. Let's turn it around. This is rough right now. Flag bear holding strong. Definitely need that morale boost right now. Keep engaging, boys. Keep engaging. They're right over there on our left flank. Their numbers have dwindled. Keep engaging. Oh, this is gonna be this is gonna be interesting for sure. I don't know if we can hold out for 11 more minutes. Hopefully we can. What we need to do right now is just fall back to a fence line. Take some more cover. Because fighting forces behind a fence is never a smart idea. And we are losing some heavy losses. I don't want to encourage a retreat, but it is definitely a smart move. You guys want to fall back to the fence line? We're taking too many losses right now.
Hey,
Okay, so yeah, my opinion or idea probably not marinating too well with these guys. So yeah, we're gonna fight like men. We're not gonna pull a French move and retreat. We're gonna stand and fight. So even though it is a very manly move, it definitely is not the smartest, but we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. Union never retreats. Oh, this is rough. This is rough to see. A lot of losses. It's never good when you can see a gap in your line. That wasn't there like 3 seconds ago. Never a good thing. Union troops still keeping up the morale. Looks like they're charging. I'm not joking this time. They're actually charging. They're charging. Take them out. Take them out. Here they come. Oh my god. I have to be very smart with my shot here. We dropped no one with that shot. Engage. They're charging on our left as well. Hold, boys. Hold. Oh my god, the carnage. Let's try and take this guy out on our left. Okay, 1 kill. Oh, we're getting overrun right now. This is not good. Win, boys. Oh, and that is the game. So taking a look at the tickets, 333 losses for the Union troops and 356 for the Confederates. So we did end up killing more, but being behind the fence line was the ultimate difference between who won that battle. So anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later.